So I've had a lot of questions recently about how to convert a lawn over into micro clover. And I'd just like to run through it with you guys today and show you what you can do if you already have an existing lawn, or how you would put it in if you just have bare soil. So the first thing I want to mention is that you don't want just clover. If you have bare soil and you just put clover seeds down, the clover has little round leaves, which leaves room for gaps where a bunch of weeds can come up. So you kind of want to do a lawn blend if at all possible. One of my favorite blends to use is a combination of clover. So this can be micro clover, this can be Dutch white clover, doesn't really matter too much, but a mixture of clover and ryegrass. Now, ryegrass is a perennial grass, meaning that it's basically very drought tolerant, and it is different from our Kentucky bluegrass that we usually use in sod, where Kentucky bluegrass usually has roots that only go down about 4 inches. Ryegrass's roots will go down 8 to 10 feet even. So you don't have to water it nearly as much once it's established. So to get your lawn started, if you already have an existing lawn, but maybe let's say it's a little bit patchy, a little bit dry, all you really need to do is to take a thatching rake in the springtime. So it can be April, May is fine, and use the thatching rake to clear out all of the dead stuff that's near the base of all the grass. And then you can go and distribute the seed over top. And in that situation, since you already have some lawn established, you can just distribute clover seed. And you can do that by hand. You can do that using one of those little hand spinning seed distributor things. You can do a push behind seed spreader, it doesn't really matter. And once you have the seed on kind of distributed, then what I would do is take some sort of fine compost or peat moss. It does work, I don't like using it. Coconut coir is another option. Dry leaves that are mulched down really, really fine can be used as well. And just distribute that over top of the lawn just to retain some moisture. Then I take a leaf rake and I just kind of scuff the surface just so that the seeds and the mulch or compost or whatever you're using kind of sink down into the grass so that it makes contact with the soil. Then you just want to water that for a couple weeks and it'll come up beautifully. Now, if you're doing this on bare soil, I hate to break it to you, but you may have to do some hand weeding for a bit. It works best if you distribute the seeds of the clover and the ryegrass together in whatever application rate your seed packages tell you to apply it. And then as it's coming up and as you're watering it for the first 2 weeks, you're going to want to hand weed that.